Hello everybody, this is Danny Mathematics 3.0 again. Today, we're going to go over example 2 of how to solve systems of equations through the elimination process. And basically the objective is for us to find the values of x and y that make this system of equations true, okay? So, let me go ahead and get my markers ready because I'm ready to solve. And guys, just a disclaimer. It doesn't matter which variable that you eliminate first. Either you can start off with y first or you can start off with x first, okay? It doesn't matter. You need to pick a variable for us to eliminate first, okay? Now, let's just go ahead and choose x. So step 1 is we're going to eliminate x first. So step 1, eliminate x. Okay, that's going to be our step 1. We're going to eliminate x. Okay, all right. Now, before we even start, let's go ahead and label both equations. I'm going to label this one as equation A, and I'm going to label this one as equation B. Or you can label them as numbers. It's whatever you want to do, okay? So, if we're eliminating x, right, then the coefficients that are attached to the x's have to be opposite or inverses, right? For example, the inverse of 3 is -3, or the inverse of 2 is -2, right? So I'm looking at both of these equations, and I see that it's 3x and I see that it's 2x, right? A common multiple between 2 and 3 is 6, right? So what we should do is we should multiply this equation by a positive 2, right? So it could become 6x, and everything else will also be multiplied by 2. And then we're going to multiply this equation by a -3. A -3 because I want this to become a -6x. So a positive 6x and a -6x can both cancel out, okay? So let's go ahead and do the first part. So I have equation A. Once again, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply equation A by 2. So 2 times 3x is 6x. 2 times 4y is 8y. So that's going to be a plus 8y. And then 2 times 10 is 20. Okay? Now, we're going to go to equation B. And we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to multiply this one by -3 because I want this to become -6x. So -3 times 2x is a -6x. -3 times 3y is -9y, so that's a -9y. And -3 times 7 is a -21. Okay, so we have updated our system of equations. I'm just going to color code everything so it's easy for us to follow along. Okay, so as you can see is I set up everything that I wanted to set up, which I wanted to eliminate x, right? And a positive 6x and a -6x cancels out. So I have successfully eliminated x, and because of that, we can find the value of y, okay? So a 8y plus a -9y is a -1y, or a -y, okay? 20 minus 21, or 21 plus a -21 is a -1. So I have a -y minus a -1, right? If we divide both sides by a -1, then y, positive y, equals a +1. So the value of y is 1. So the value of y is 1, okay? So that is one of our answers. Now, step 2 is we are going to do this. We're going to plug in the value of y to find the value of x. Okay, so once again, we want to plug in. We want to plug in the value of y, which is 1, right? We're going to plug that in as y in one of these equations. It doesn't matter. You can pick equation A or equation B, and then we should get the value of x, okay? So I'm just going to just pick equation A. Once again, equation A, we have 3x plus 4y equals 10. And remember, we have the value of y, which is 1, right? So all we're going to do is we're just going to plug in the value of y, which is 1, as y. So once again, I'm going to put a parentheses. The value of y is 1, so I'm going to plug in 1 right there. Okay, so now we have a 3x plus 4 times 1 equals 10. And now since it's set up like that, and we only have one variable that we don't know the value of, which is x, we can now find the value of x, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. 4 times 1 is 4. So I got equals 10. And then everything else come down. I still got 3x. I need to get 3x by itself or on the side by itself. So I'm gonna have to move the plus 4 on the opposite side. And the inverse of that is minus 4. That cancels out. So now I have 3x equals 10 minus 4 is 6. If I divide both sides by 3, then x will equal 2. So the value of x is 2 and the value of y is 1, okay? So we found both values. Now, in order for you to check, right, the next thing I want us to do is I want us to check. So the last step is for us to check to make sure that these values are correct so that this system is true, okay? So step 3 is we're just checking. So once again, either you can use equation A or equation B, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go ahead and use equation A. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna plug in the value of x and y in equation A. So in equation A, I got 3, remember it's 3x, so it's gonna be 3 times 2 plus 4y, and the y is 1, so that's gonna be 4 times 1, all equal 10, right? So when we solve this, if it equals 10, then that will prove that we got both values correct, okay? So 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 1 is 4, and then 6 plus 4 equals 10. That's how you know that we have the correct values within this system of equations. So x equals 2, y equals 1 will make this system of equations true, okay? Once again, this is example 2 of solving systems of equations through elimination. I will come out with a couple more examples very, very soon. Thank y'all for tuning in.